ahead and give a full disclosure before I get into the video and the content of the video. I've been outside in the sun all freaking day. It's 92 degrees. It's going to be 100 degrees pretty damn soon. So I'm burnt. You can see my face. You can see my face. I'm about as cooked as the New Orleans Saints are. So just a little bit of a disclosure, okay? Anyway, schedule came out yesterday. That's one of my favorite times of the off season. Let's talk about it. So there are a lot of different key takeaways to point out after looking at the schedule. I think the first and obvious one that everybody notices whenever they take a look at it is that we don't have any primetime games. Now, based on your preference and based on your sleep schedule or whatever, that may benefit you or hurt you. For me, it benefits me, okay? First and foremost, I can't stand staying up late in the last game of the day or the last game of the week is a night game that has my team playing, or the first game of the week is a night game that has my team playing. And whenever the game's done, it's like, you know, either you got to watch a whole weekend of football knowing your team either lost or whatever, or you got to go to bed pissed off. So for me, it benefits me, okay? Additionally, whenever it comes to the night games, to me, that's my time to kind of decompress, all right? Like after a full day of football, maybe the Saints lost or they won or whatever, that night game is like my time to kind of, you know, enjoy and relax and decompress and watch other teams go at it. So in relation to not having primetime games, that doesn't bother me as much, okay? A lot of y'all are going to complain, oh, the NFL's disrespecting us, whatever. Bro, the Saints have disrespected the NFL the last couple of years with the kind of football that they put on national television. I mean, 34-0 against Green Bay on Monday Night Football last year. The only shutout, well, that's actually not the only shutout. I take that back. Kansas City got shut out week 18, but they didn't have anybody playing. But I guess neither did we. But anyway, my point is, we lost 34-0 on Monday Night Football to Green Bay. We lost 33-10 in a game that was 33-3 on Thursday night to the Denver Broncos. Nobody wants to watch us on prime time, and I can't blame them. I don't want to watch us on prime time. I checked out of both of those games early. Like, I literally, once halfway through the third quarter came, I'd already accepted my fate. I was just doing other stuff in both of those games. I was on my phone. I was going live with all of y'all, talking about, y'all know what I mean. Whenever, like the Saints were out of those games by halftime. The NFL doesn't want to put us on prime time, and I can't blame them, okay? So stop whining about, we don't have any prime time games. Listen, at least you have a set schedule, a routine every single week. You know that you're going to be dedicating the first half of your Sunday, whether it be at 12 o'clock or 3:05, 3:25. You're going to be dedicating that to watching the Saints if you're going to watch them every Sunday. You know, if you watch them every Sunday. So at least you get to stay in routine, you know. That's a benefit to me. I like being in routine, okay? So no primetime games, no problem for me. And also it kind of puts us under the radar. I mean, nobody expects us to do anything this year. That's the good news. The bad news is that I don't expect us to do anything either. So I guess whichever way you look at it. But I'm not mad about not having primetime games. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and this kind of gets to me, okay? Why are half of our games on CBS? CBS is like the AFC's designated channel. And I get it. The NFL over the last 10 years has like incorporated the NFC on CBS. NFC versus NFC game of the week. NFC versus NFC games on CBS. I get it. But half of our games are on CBS. 8 of them are on CBS. 8 of them are on Fox. Like, that's way too much. I don't like CBS's broadcast. I'm used to Fox. I personally prefer Fox, okay? So, I hate that we're on CBS. I don't like CBS. I mean, if you put 4 of our games on CBS, I get it, okay? 4 of them, that's okay. 8 of them, that's half the schedule. Are we in the NFC or are we in the AFC? I can't even tell. But I guess that's kind of what you get whenever you don't have any primetime games and you play every game on Sunday. So that one personally kind of bothers me. I don't like having 8 CBS games, okay? But it is what it is. Either way you look at it, at least I'm going to be in routine every Sunday. I know that, no matter what, I got to be up at a certain time if I want to watch the Saints, or if I want to barbecue before the game, or if I want to go get something to eat before the game, whatever, whatever routine you got, whatever tradition you got before the game, you know that you are going to have to spend your Sunday morning preparing for it, okay? The third thing that I noticed, we have a lot of 325 games, 305 games. All of our home division games are scheduled for 325. What is up with that? I don't understand that. Why not just put them at 12 o'clock? Did the NFL want to be generous and kind of be versatile with the time slots to make sure that, well, the Saints fans shouldn't have to watch every game at 12 o'clock? Is that why they did that? Because I know damn well those 325 games on Fox for Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers at home are not the game of the week. I mean, bearing the Saints surprising a lot of people, those games are not going to be the game of the week. So, I don't understand the 325 game slots. I understand playing on the road at the LA Rams at 305. I understand playing on the road at, honestly, I really don't know who else we have at 3, other than the division games, the 3 division home games. New England comes to play us in the Dome at 325, and we play on the road at the LA Rams. We have one more 305 game. I can't remember what it is, though. I don't remember. Maybe it's Carolina. I don't remember. Carolina on the road, that is, because we have them at home for 325. But anyway, I'm just going to have to forget that for a second. But anyway, the point is we have 6 3 o'clock games, okay? And I'm not sure why. The next takeaway. We play the NFC West, the entire NFC West, before we play our first division game. I mean, the first 3 weeks are all NFC West. We host the Cardinals at home, we host the 49ers, and then we go to Seattle. Which, by the way, I mean, I hate having the first 2 games at home, because it's like, if you start the year off with 2 home games, you got to win at least one of them. If you lose both of them, you're in pretty deep crap, okay? And I think the Saints have a good chance to lose both of them. If they're going to win one, it's going to be against the Cardinals, but they're not going to beat the 49ers. So that 2-game home, those 2 home games to start the year. In another world, like if we had a good team, I'd be a fan of that, because it's an opportunity to start off fast. You have the home field advantage. You get to start off, a 2-0 start if you have a good team. We don't have a good team, okay? So it's going to be pretty embarrassing if we start 0-2. And against 2 NFC West opponents at that. So it's like, yeah, overall the schedule is what it is. I mean, what do you expect for a team that has nothing going for them other than Derek Carr just retiring? I mean, what do you expect? I'm not expecting anything great out of this year. This is an experimental year, if anything. This is a year to see what you have, okay? If we overachieve, great. But realistically, I'm expecting 5 or 6 wins, okay? Maybe even less. I'd say the realistic expectation is 3 to 6 wins, okay? I have us going 6-11. But when I look at the schedule, I see maybe 5 games that I think could go either way. But realistically, we can lose to anybody on that schedule, if not everybody. So, like I said, guys, this is a very, it's an experimental season. New coach, you're going to have a new quarterback situation. You have to see what you have in Tyler Shuck. You got to see what you got in Rattler. I mean, there is no expectations for this upcoming year, okay? So, I mean, I guess one way or the other, it doesn't matter what the schedule looks like. But the last thing before I go, I see a lot of fans or a lot of Instagram Saints pages posting, the Saints have the second easiest schedule in the NFL. Bro, stop with that. Stop with that. Come on now. The second easiest schedule in the NFL. Bro, we're the easiest game on everybody else's schedule. Everybody else that has us on their schedule is looking at us as like, oh man, we have to win this game. We can't afford to lose that game. We're that team. So all that second easiest schedule BS, that doesn't mean anything. Ain't nobody going to be easy on our schedule, okay? If anything, we're going to be the easy team to everybody else. So cut that crap out, all right? But those are my thoughts on the schedule. It is what it is. That's what you expect from a team that just went 5-12 and doesn't really have a clear direction. So, that being said, I'm out.